Hi, I'm Leah from SeekPass. Thank you so much for your interest in integrating with our team. I'm here to tell you a little bit more about our Add to SeekPass integration using our alternative or our lightweight integration method. So here's a high level of what is typically involved in the process. The process is broken down into two parts. Part one is onboarding and user consent collection. So from a partnership level, we'll need you to agree to our terms of use, and we'll confirm a few other details with you, such as the credential types that are relevant and your targeted campaign dates. Our team will be able to then create you a unique Add to SeekPass link, and you can place it within your user experience and get ready to go live. We'll work with you and with our partnership team on the promotional or marketing activities in the lead up so your users are aware of the integration. Part two is then the data sharing components. So SeekPass will collect the email addresses of all consenting users, and we'll share a file with you with those email addresses pre-filled and the remaining credential details, the remaining credential template columns. What we'll need from your side at that point will be to look up those email addresses in your system and return the remaining data fields to our team via a CSV file within 5 business days to return the file to us. Once we have it, we will then automatically process and award and share those credentials for your users. All initial campaigns that we're working on at the moment will be a single batch and have a start and end date that allows us to process the file and award the credentials within 30 days. At a later point, we are working on a multi-batch campaign, and that will allow a longer active period for campaigns where you want to have maybe periodic uploads while maintaining a single link active for a long period of time. So more details on that will become available as it is ready. To give you a high-level view of the user experience, your users will click the Add to SeekPass button wherever you've placed it in your journey, and they'll land on this initial page that'll give them some additional information about Add to SeekPass. They'll be prompted to log into SeekPass on the next page and then be asked to verify whether the email that they've used to log in is the same as the one that they hold with your organization. Because this is the identifier that we'll be giving you to identify these users, we want to ensure that we take some extra validation steps here to confirm that we have the right details. So if they're not using the same email that they use with your organization with their SeekPass account, we will then ask them to confirm the additional email that they do use, and we'll also verify that they have access and ownership over that email for security purposes. Once the user has completed those steps, that's it really. They'll receive this final page, which will just notify them that we're working with you to collect their credential information, and we'll award it and share it once it is available across the Seek and Jobstreet, platforms. At this point, that is all that they have to do. There's no additional steps for them. We will then collect that email provided to your organization and go through the data sharing steps before they see it come up on their account, and then they'll be notified once it is awarded. In the instance that we provide you with an email address and you cannot identify additional details for that user, so if they either are not eligible for the credential yet, or maybe they've provided the wrong email, we would just ask that you leave that entry blank in the file that you return to us, and then our team will notify the user that we weren't able to award the credential, and we'll give them options to reach out to our support team if we need to investigate it further or look into an alternative email. To talk a little bit about how the data moves through the process, I'll just cover a few key steps. What you'll notice here is that we've grayed out this document box and then also this document vault storage mention here as well. When a user has integrated, or when a partner has integrated through Lightweight, we don't currently have a way to share the documents between the two organizations. Because we've simplified the data sharing process to a CSV file with the key data fields, we don't currently have a document inclusion. What this means for your users is that they still get the verified credential as they're getting the data from the source, which is your organization, and they still can share that through to their Seek profile or their Jobstreet profile or Jobsdb profile, and it is displayed there as a verified qualification. If the user was to have gone through our API integration, and if the organization had a document or a certificate built into that, Then the users will have the additional option to store the document on their device. If they had the SeekPass app, it gets stored and encrypted to their local device and available for any future use. So that option isn't available through the Lightweight integration. However, as mentioned, they do have the credential data. So for this example, we're using our learning and development credential type. What would happen is that your organization would provide us the relevant data fields for this credential, and then we will take that and create the credential and then share it through to the Jobstreet, Seek, or Jobsdb profile. There are two places where this verified credential is visible to hirers once it has been shared. The first one is that when a user applies for a role, candidate management is the platform that hirers use to shortlist and to view the applications, and they'll be able to clearly see their verified qualification there. The second option for hirers is that we have a database called Talent Search. So if they're proactively searching for users with certain qualifications, they'll also be able to see any verified qualifications that your users have on that database. Now, I've spoken a lot about a CSV template and file sharing. I wanted to cover a little bit about what resources you'll have to help you through the steps of the data sharing process. Now, our team is always available for any questions or any support, or to schedule a call to run through any of these processes with you, but you will have some references or some resources to reference while you're completing those steps. What you'll receive is a unique link to download the initial file, which will have the list of the email addresses completed. So as you can see this image here, you'll have the first column of email address. There'll be all the consenting user email addresses, and then you'll have every column that is required for that particular credential type blank and ready for you to populate. For the example of the learning and development credential type, the data fields we require are email address, full name, issuer name, micro-credential name. Micro-credential is the internal name for learning and development. We call it a learning and development credential, but in the data fields and in some of the technical details, it is called micro-credential. We then also ask for the issue date. Now, those fields are all mandatory, but for this particular credential type, there's also the option to add an expiry date or the option to add an assessment result. Now, assessment result is just a string, so it can be a percentage, it can be passed, it can be anything that you need it to be. It can be a score. The details on each of these fields and an example of a completed field is all available in a user guide that you will also be sent. So the user guide will have what to expect when downloading, how to prepare the return file. Once you've completed the CSV, you just notify our team, and then we will share a secure link for you to then upload the file so then our team can receive it and process it. In the user guide, there is also a link to our branding guidelines, so you can have a look at, you can download the Add to SeekPass button file, and you can see some copy that we suggest using alongside the file to help your users understand the offering. And we also include some frequently asked questions and our support contacts. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, as mentioned, please reach out to our team or to your partnership lead, and we're looking forward to working with you.